So I love chicken wings. So I love chicken wings, and I've been trying lots of different ways to make the perfect wing with that really crispy skin on the Kamado oven, and I think I've cracked it. So in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how I do it. Chicken wings, and I have been trying to find how to cook the perfect wing with that really crispy skin, that succulent flavor. I mean, it's such an easy dish to cook during the week. You come back after work, after school, you pick the kids up, and it takes 20 minutes, half an hour to cook these wings, and it's the perfect dinner. And the best way that I found to cook these is using the rotisserie and the rotisserie basket. Now, this is a Monolith rotisserie set, which I got from Monolith. This basket I just bought on Amazon. I know Napoleon do one, but this is just a standard one on Amazon, and this is all you need to make the perfect wing. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to fire up the Monolith Kamado, which is what we're going to be cooking on today. We're going to get it up to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. We're going to be cooking direct over the coals. So take out your deflectors, all of your divide system, take that out. You just got coals in the bottom, get those lit. We're going to put the top vent about halfway open, 2 inches. Same again on the bottom. We're going to leave that for about 20 minutes until it hits 400 degrees Fahrenheit. So for these wings, for this dish, I actually last night, I put some rub on these last night. Now I used this is an Angus and Oink Piri rub. I love Piri chicken, it's so good. So what I did last night, I cut up some wings, I chucked them in the bag, put the rub in there, and I just add a little bit of water, and what that does, and then just like shake it all around, it like marinates it, and I've just left it in the fridge overnight. If you forget to leave it in the fridge overnight, don't worry, just you can do it and then chuck it in the fridge for an hour, half an hour, it doesn't matter, it's going to stay on there. But obviously the longer you can keep it in there, the better, the more it's going to soak in. So for this recipe, you're not going to need very much. You obviously need some chicken wings. So these chicken wings I just got from the local supermarket. I'll show you a little trick with those in a minute that I like to do. So I've got the rub that I used last night to put it in. I've got a different selection of like buffalo sauces. I've got some Panang sauce. I've got some BBQ sauce there as well. That's completely up to you. Whatever flavors and sauces you like. We're going to toss the wings in one of those later on. So whatever flavor you like, you just use the sauce that you prefer. I've got some chives here just to finish it with, and some chilies as well, and some sesame seeds, and some olive oil as well. I've got my thermopen here as well. That's just for checking the temperature of the meat that we'll do later on. And I've got a sharp knife and a bowl. So I've got a little trick with chicken wings that I only found out about recently. It's really good for cooking wings. So when you go to the supermarket or to the butcher, your wings will generally come in a whole section like this. So you've got the wing here and the flat there. If you go to a butcher, you'll probably have the tip on the end as well. But I don't like cooking wings like this. I just find them a little bit too big and that. And if you can cut them into the separate sections, they're just so much nicer, they're easier to eat, and they seem to hold their flavor as well. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a really easy way to cut these up, because it can be a nightmare. If you cut it in the wrong place, you're just going to make a mess. Okay, so as you can see, we've got the wing here and the flat there. So what we're going to do over here, look, you can feel there's just a knuckle between the two. So what we're going to do is we're going to get our knife here, just between, so it's on the angle of the wing there, right, 45 degrees, and we're just going to run it through like that, boom, and it splits apart. So you then got the two pieces there, perfectly formed, ready to go. So everything is ready now. We've got our rotisserie basket here. Now, just a little tip, a really good thing to get used to doing is get yourself some olive oil, or any sort of oil, it can be sunflower or anything. spray is better, it's easier. And just spray the basket. Actually, if it's not sticking to it very well, just get some kitchen roll or something like that. Get loads and loads, as much as you can on there, and then just wipe the inside of the basket with the oil. And what that does is it just stops all the chicken and everything else sticking to it, because this is quite messy to clean up afterwards. And if you put oil on there, it just makes it so much easier. So there you go, basket is oiled. Let's get the chicken wings in there. Chuck those in, spread them out nice and evenly. There you go. Close the basket back up again. There. And there. And then we're going to go and put this straight into the monolith. So annoyingly, I forgot to put the microphone on for this next section. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to attempt to do a voiceover just to explain what this stage is, what I'm doing in the next process in cooking these wings. So as you saw before, I checked the chicken wings with the thermopen, and they were reading 179, 180, which means they're definitely cooked. Chicken is cooked at 165 Fahrenheit, so these are definitely done. You can see here that they've got a nice brown color to them, but they haven't got that crispy or charred skin, which is what we're looking for. So what you're going to do now is take your bowl and just put all of the wings into the bowl. Try not to drop any onto the side of the worktop. Get them all out. And then what we're going to do after that is we're going to toss them in a sauce. Now, it doesn't really matter at all what sauce you use. I'm going to use here a barbecue chipotle sauce, which I really, really like. It's just the biggest bottle I've got. I've got lots of it. So don't worry about what sauce you use here. You're not really going to taste it once the wings are cooked. The idea of putting this on is to give a coating onto the wings, which is going to crisp up, and it's going to give you those lovely charred bits. When it's over that direct flame, you're going to get all those lovely little charred bits that give you loads and loads of flavour. And yeah, that's what we're looking for. So just put them in there, give them a good toss around. Make sure that all of the wings are completely covered in sauce and none are left undone. So you can see they're all covered. And so all you're going to do now is put them back into your basket. Make sure that you spread them all out nicely. And then put the basket back together. Hinges in first and then the clips. There you go. Look, not rocket science. There we go. So these have been in for probably another 10 or 15 minutes on the same heat. We pulled them out, and I got to say they're looking really, really good. So let's open this up. Take that off. Put that over there. And empty these out. Right. So let's get these onto there. You can just see how charred up the skin has, and how crispy it is. I take these off. If I just take one of these, and you just have a look at that. Look how good that looks. There we go. Right, so all I'm going to do now is I'm going to split these into 3 different trays. I'm going to put 3 different sauces on there. I'm going to put some Panang, baby Panang sauce on one. I'm going to put some buffalo sauce on the other, and I'm going to put some barbecue sauce on the other one. Bit of sesame seed, a few chives, and some chilies just to present it. I mean, if you're at home doing this, you probably wouldn't bother with all of those, but if you've got friends coming around, it just makes it look really nice when you bring it out and they've got like all the bits and pieces on them. There you go, perfect, crispy chicken wings done. We've got some buffalo sauce on that one, sesame seeds, chives, chili, and we've got some baby Panang sauce on that one as well. They look epic and I cannot wait to taste them. So I hope you've enjoyed this video and I hope you found it useful. If you have, make sure you subscribe to the channel. We'll try and do some more of these when we can. Hit the like button as well. If you want to see more of the kitchens and things that we do, we have Instagram and we have Facebook. So go over there and check those out. So thanks very much for watching this video and we'll see you on the next one.